Tune in for Patrick Ching's Painting in Paradise.
Aloha, I'm Patrick Ching, and thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise. In this episode, we get to draw and paint horses.
We'll visit Therapeutic Horsemanship of Hawaii and see what horses are doing for people's health. Then I'll show you how to paint Kimo, the Naturally Hawaiian horse.
Darker color. Okay, here's his place.
All this and more on a delightfully equine episode of Painting in Paradise! Hawaii has a long and intimate relationship with horses, which were first brought here by Richard Cleveland in 1803. They were accepted by Kamehameha the Great and were quickly integrated into Hawaii's culture. Spanish riders called vaqueros came to Hawaii and trained the Hawaiians to use horses to manage cattle, which had been brought to the islands a decade before. The Hawaiians took to horsemanship so naturally that it sometimes seemed that the horse and the rider were one. Soon, horses became an integral part of island life and to this day have a special place in Hawaii's colorful history. You can get a detailed history of horses in Hawaii by reading the book The Hawaiian Horse by Dr. Billy Bergen and Dr. Brady Bergen. And now, Dana Venin explains some of the therapeutic benefits of being with horses.
Horses seem to have an effect on people by improving their confidence, giving them a sense of accomplishment, especially with kids who are not really in control of their lives a lot, but you put them up on a big horse and the horse listens to what they say. So the other way that horses can help people is the emotional component. They provide comfort and they provide a sense of happiness that can really improve someone's emotional well-being as well. Here at THH, we work with a variety of riders. A lot of them have physical disabilities. Kids with autism seem to have a really cool connection with horses, and oftentimes they kind of come alive when they're on the horse and can gain speech and things like that. Here we get kids outside during camps. They stay outside all day. They get to interact with animals that are safe and positive. It can be a really powerful experience.
Now get your paper and pencil and whatever you want to draw with ready, because when we return, I'll show you how to draw a horse. Hawaii's monk seals and green sea turtles have been around for millions of years. When their numbers got low, they became protected by law. These animals are returning to beaches they've not come to for hundreds of years. This causes excitement and sometimes conflict. Honu and Hina is a children's book that was painted with aloha by many artists of all ages. This story of coexistence answers some questions about the history of these animals, but more importantly, about their future.
Available at the Kilauea Lighthouse, Patrick Ching Art in the Princeville Center, or online at patrickchingart.com.
I'm going to start off by kind of imagining where I might want my horse. I'm going to make my horse about that big. I'm making a kind of a big old circle where I want my horse. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to look at his belly and draw an oval, like an egg, you know, right around there. So that's about how big his belly is going to be. I'll go ahead and draw another oval where I want the rump area. Okay, and I'll do another oval right there at the chest. So I got like, you know, an oval and a couple of circles here, forming the body of my horse. For the head, I'll draw that big cheek, you know, that big round cheek. I'll make a nice big circle for the head and another small circle where I want the nose and mouth, called the muzzle. Okay, I know it might be a little hard to see. I'll go ahead and connect the head to the body, and I'll connect the muzzle to the cheek here. And you know, I'll swoop the back a little bit there. You can start to see my horse forming up, yeah? Put the ears where we want. And now the hard part, the legs, okay? Horses, people, animals, I tell you what, we're almost all made out of ovals. Not really straight lines, but ovals. Think about that when you're composing or forming up your horse. People, we're all the same. We got lots of ovals. Even a line we think is straight, no, it's actually a series of ovals. So for the legs, I am going to use a series of ovals. Okay, I'll get a nice big oval here, and I'll do a little circle here where the knee area goes, and another circle right there where the fetlock is, and another circle a little bit more in front for the hoof. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of forming up this horse with a series of ovals and circles. The back of the horse is a little bit tricky, and they're just like dogs and a lot of mammals. Imagine a circle right there where the point of the hock is, okay? That little point, it's one of the magical things about horses, and you can do a little curved line over here to the hock, little skinny oval there, another circle and another circle in front of it where the hoof goes, and we just kind of formed up the horse's leg there. Notice I use the term forming up, okay? I'm doing vague guesses of where things are going to go and where they're going to land, pressing kind of softly. And I might need to adjust things. In fact, I can just adjust. I don't have to erase. I'm going to bring that point of the hock down a little more. Bring this down a little more. Okay. So now I got my horse formed up. I'm going to give it a little bit more of an outline, and I can press a little harder with my pencil. Okay. I'm going to go around here. I'll make whatever adjustments I want to make. Give him a little chin. I like this nice big cheek. Very important part of a horse. Oh, this guy looks like a chess piece. In fact, there's his chest right there. For the legs, a little bump on the knee. Okay. Hoof, pastern, fetlock. It's kind of thin over here. Bump on the knee. A little more muscle over there. Belly area. Okay, maybe that can go up there. I'll erase that later. Swooping to the point of the hock, coming down. Yeah, okay, to the point of the hock, fetlock. There, and on top, I'll get his ear over there. Nice strong neck. Withers, remember the withers on Kimo, yeah? I'll slope the back a little bit, not too slopey. Nice strong rump area, nice curved butt over there. Tail, I can, bring the tail to the ground or however long you want it. You can make it blowing in the wind. And now we can go ahead and do some of the back legs. Can't tell you what, I'll make this back leg kind of like that picture over there. Just kind of repeating the shape from up front. And we'll have some grass over there. I'll make another back leg come around there, okay? Just in the back there. We'll put some grass over here. Then if you want, you can outline your horse with a pen. And you can add some shading. And don't forget your signature. And And there's my drawing of a horse standing on a grassy hill with a mountain behind it. When we return, I'll show you how I go about painting a horse. Now I'll show you a condensed version of my horse painting online video lesson.
Aloha gang, I can't wait to get to our horse painting part of our lesson. Oh man, it's so much fun. I got my horse Kimo back there. How you doing, Kimo? Oh boy, he's getting excited about it too.
First, I'll make quick work of the background painting. After the background is dried, I first paint a dark silhouette of my horse. When the dark layer is dry, I then paint my whole horse one basic color. Then I start to add my darker areas.
Okay, so right early I try to establish my darks and lights. Okay, you see I'm starting to put in shadows and I'm telling the viewer kind of, what goes where, what's in front of what's in the shadows. Starting to kind of give a map of my horse. The sun is coming from this way, okay, hitting the horse and casting shadows in the appropriate places. Okay, so you're starting to see me put some musculature in the horse. Soon I'm gonna start to go to my next color, which is more of a reddish, darker color. Okay, and after I've got, those kind of colors in there, I can start to go to my more gold colors. Let's take a look at what it does when I put this on there. Yeah. Okay, so try to get your best results with the least amount of effort. That's really what looks the best. Oh boy, I'm just enjoying this. Hope you are. So let's get this white paint in there wherever our hair is going to be, our mane and our tail. Okay, we're putting some up there, a little bit up there. You can make it blowing in the wind, you can make it calm. I'm actually starting off with a good amount of kind of bluish and purple in the whites. Okay, and I'm going to get it quite dark towards the back there too. Thinking of where shadows are going to naturally fall, what direction the sun's coming from. Oh yeah, one of these socks will get kind of white where the sun's hitting it here. And the same for the back leg. If it's in the shadow, it's going to be kind of bluish white. Well, that's a good place to stop my horse. I'm going to give it a drying, come back and finish it off with some glazing techniques. And I'll see you in a minute. Go dry your horse, go dry, go. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. I'm just putting a little microscopic layer of oil in there. Alright, now I'm just going to play in there, do whatever kind of adjustments I want. Add in my darks, my lights, my mucka. Ching. Maybe some nostril. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm making things a little darker than I want them to come out because I'm still going to put reflective light. Reflective light is very important. I'm going to give some bluish reflections of the sky a little bit. Add a little blue to my white. Okay, now is where we start to make the skin a little shiny with these glazing techniques, okay? They're very see-through we can make really bluish purple reflections that go on top of the dark parts here, and they can really give a nice subtle effect. Right, let's look what happens to the bottom of this horse's belly with the little green reflecting the grass. Okay? And now I'm going to start adding a brighter white that I've put a touch of yellow, making it a warm white. And I'm going to put that where I want the brightest whites to show up. Mane, tail, forelock. Meow. Woo. I'm going to wrap up this lesson by just adding some more grass to the front. And you can go ahead and put flowers in this grass and anything you want. But I'm going to finish off with a little glint of a eyelash. Bing! Ah. And there you have it, a standing horse. Aloha.
This was a quick lesson on painting a horse. This process is the same one I use to paint my more intricate paintings, which take much longer to complete. You can get my art and painting lessons at patrickching.com. When we return, I'll show you how I paint Kimo his Palomino colors. On Oahu's east coast lies a special place called Makapu'u. On its cliffs is the Makapu'u Lighthouse, which was first built in 1909. Its 12-foot tall hyperradiant lens is the largest in the world, and its light still shines from within it, signaling mariners and aircraft of its location. In 2009, Naturally Hawaiian Gallery in Waimanalo hosted the 100th anniversary events for the Makapu'u Lighthouse, including an art show, a hike with some of the old caretakers, and a t-shirt designed by myself and artist Nick Black. The original black and white design has now been recreated in color and printed in Hawaii, available in women's and men's sizes small to 3X. The t-shirts and mugs are available at Hawaiian Island Cafe in the Waimanalo Shopping Center or at patrickching.com. A portion of the proceeds go to benefit the Friends of Waimanalo.
Aloha everybody, I'm Patrick Ching, and this is my famous horse Kimo. You might recognize Kimo because he has different outfits different times of the year, like Valentine's Day or Halloween and stuff. We paint them up for all kinds of occasions. But this time I'm going to show you how I paint Kimo his traditional Palomino colors, and I just can't wait to do it. Now here's one of the most trickiest parts of painting a Palomino, is I'm going to paint his leg white about halfway up.
Then I'll start painting on his body color and fade it into the wet white paint. The name Palomino does not describe the breed of the horse, but rather the color of the horse, which is like a creamy or orangey colored body with a flaxen white mane and tail.
I usually get other people to help me paint Kimo. You know, he's been painted about 200 times. When I first got him, he was like that big, you know, and every year we paint him different 3-4 times a year. Then we paint him white and start all over again. But he is definitely a boy horse. As you can see right here, we're coming to his gentler parts. And it's a true friend who does this job. But I tell you, actually, I usually get somebody else to paint Kimo and conveniently disappear when it comes time to paint over there. But they know they got to paint the whole horse, so they squeamishly start, you know, painting around this area. And right when they get to right around here, that's when I pop out of the bushes with a camera. I'm also giving the front of his face a little more white paint, just kind of giving it a little bit of a gradation, a gradual fade from a lighter color to a darker color. Kind of a star up there, and then I'm just giving him a little bit of shadow color, kind of coming underneath him. Woo. Okay, over there. Now don't look, everybody.
Then it's time for the finishing touches.
Bing. All right, so here we are. We just finished painting Kimo. You were very good, by the way. He didn't buck this time because I have an everlasting magical supply of horse feed that I give him right around this time of year. Lasts him the whole year, yeah? Okay, aloha. I hope you enjoyed our horse painting episode of Painting in Paradise. I'd love to see what you've done, so why don't you send a picture of you and your art to aloha@patrickching.com. Bye-bye.